Alright, guys. First thing I want to say is that I have a little bit of a new schedule. So, Mondays is going to be the NBA offseason for the summer for the NBA offseason. And then Fridays, I'm going to update with some, NFL offseason. And maybe an NHL will go in with my regular video, which is Tuesdays still. So we have all of that, and then Chris and Justice probably trying to get it done on Wednesday and Thursday, and then Saturday and Sunday. It depends on what our schedules look like, see if we can get together and talk. So, first things first, what I want to say is that today, obviously, is Monday. So we're going to get to a little bit of NBA offseason. Now, for this video, for this series, up until it's over, and by the way, I will be doing MLB off-season on its own. And then my regular video will be the 3 seasons all in one. Alright, now this is just NBA, so we'll get into that when the time comes. So, this is how this is going to work. I'm going to do one player for his best situation, and some teams that are going to try and pursue him. And then I'm going to do another player, and that's going to be the video. So let me get started. First up is Kevin Durant. KD is a great basketball player. I will give him that. He is not. I don't think he's the best player in the league. I think that he is definitely in the top 10, maybe top 5. He could be maybe 6th up there. I mean, there's plenty of great players in the league. Dwayne Wade, Melo's still good. Rose will be good in New York. I know that's a bold statement because of his injuries, but I think he will be good. In LA, I think Brandon Ingram will be good. I think D'Angelo Russell will kind of blossom this year. So, Durant, I think his best situation is probably to stay in OKC or go to Boston. Now, before you get angry at me, here's why. I hate Boston, okay? I rep the Los Angeles Lakers as often as I can. Unfortunately, my Kobe jersey's too small, and I have one Shaq in this shirt. That's what I got, sadly. But I rep the Lakers as often as possible. I can't stand the green and white and the green and black just because they're Boston Celtics. I think that Los Angeles is a good team. I think, well, not a good team right now, but I think they're a good franchise. They have a smart front office. They know what they're doing. Right now they're in a rebuilding mode. I think that'll be gone within the next couple of years. I think they'll be back up to doing what they do best, and that's when. But I think that KD is there, and his best situation is Boston, because here's the thing. You got Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is not a bad basketball player at all. He is very, very good. But he's not like top 10 potential. They could potentially form a big 3 if they trade some of those assets that they have to get maybe, I don't know, a Jimmy Butler. And then try and sign Al Horford, which I'll get into a little bit later. That's the second guy in this video. So obviously you have the Boston Celtics, as my opinion is his best bet. I like all sports, but I have a certain teams that I cheer for. I want him to go to Los Angeles. It's probably not going to happen considering the Lakers just drafted Ingram. So he's probably going to either stay in OKC or go to Boston. Now I'm going to do 5 teams for each player. The second team is the Oklahoma City Thunder. The reason why it's a best bet is because of that trade that just happened on draft day, which was Serge Ibaka going to Orlando for Sabonis and Oladipo and another guy, I forget his name. Obviously, that is a good team. That is a good team that could be great. They have a chance. The best chance they had was with Harden. I'm not going to lie. Harden was probably the best chance that they have, but now they have somebody like Vladimir Oladipo. Or is it Victor Oladipo? I don't know what his first name is. I don't pay attention to the Magic, mainly because they suck. And that draft class was just pretty terrible. I mean, Cody Zeller's not turning into anything great in Charlotte, so. But anyway, he's got it, and I think that in OKC, I think they can get back to the finals, but I don't know if they're going to be able to beat the Warriors. That leads me into the third team for Mr. Kevin Durant, and that is the Golden State Warriors. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning the Warriors is because they are a good team. They have a really good chance at signing some big-name players this offseason. But here's the thing. If he signs there, the problem is that probably messes up the chemistry of the Golden State Warriors. They have very, very good chemistry, and I think that maybe just because they don't normally get all of this stuff going on that they have, I mean, just because they won 73 wins doesn't mean that they could be improved on. I think that, but just they have this amazing chemistry with their team. I think that if KD goes in there, he obviously, as he has stated before, he thinks he's the better player. He's the best player in the NBA. He thinks he's better than Curry. He thinks he's better than LeBron. He thinks he's better. He thought he was better than Kobe whenever Kobe was still playing. But, I mean, this is just the thing. Him going to Golden State is just not a good idea for him, because even though it gives him a chance to get a championship, I think that messes up their chemistry, and that kind of screws him over and doesn't get him anything. Now, the fourth choice, the Miami Heat. Don't count out the Miami Heat just because they have guys in there and that LeBron didn't stay. They still have two of the big three from that deal. That's Bosh and Wade. Pat Riley could work some voodoo magic or something, because that's just what he does. That's how he got LeBron and Bosh to go to Miami and get Wade to stay, because wherever Wade and Bosh were going, LeBron was going there. If Wade and Bosh wanted to go to New York, I bet LeBron would have gone there, except the fact that they had Carmelo Anthony. I think that there's a possibility that he could have gone to Boston if they had done that, but they decided to stay in Miami. So, the Heat, they have a good organization. They're very smart. Pat Riley is very smart, very convincing. So I don't count out the Heat, even though his best bet is definitely to go to Boston or to stay in Oklahoma City. Now the fifth team, I'm throwing them in there because they're my favorite team, the Lakers. I think that he's not a good fit there, mainly because Brandon Ingram. So I don't think that if he tries to go, I don't think he'll find a place there unless they move Ingram to the power. But then where do you put Randall? And if the Lakers sign Whiteside or Horford, by the way, you're gonna have to wait for me to talk about Whiteside for another week. But I mean, just because of the guys that are free agents, I just don't think that they're gonna be able to find a way. If they do somehow get Durant, I don't think there's a way. So that's my Durant stuff. Tell me in the comments below what you guys think about Durant. Now we're going to go on, and I'm going to try and make this as fast as possible with Al Horford. Al Horford is probably the best NBA center in the game today. You still have Whiteside, who is, after coming off his rookie year, is just amazing. So we'll find out later. And Whiteside just blossomed. We'll find out. Dwight Howard's still up there, even though he's kind of turned into a bad luck for the Lakers and the Houston Rockets. Horford is just so good that it's kind of hard to pass up. I think his best bet is to go to Los Angeles, mainly because they have a young cast and they could really use a dominant big man. And I think that Luke Walton, after what he did for most of the year in Golden State, is very, very good. I think that the chances of them being a contender next year, that if they can find a way, if Los Angeles can find a way to sign Horford and trade some of their guys for Jimmy Butler, I think they find a way to mesh everything together. And think about it this way, they have a starting role of if they let's say that they don't trade Russell for Butler, they put up a package of some of the other guys. This is what you got. You got Russell, Butler, Ingram, Horford, and Julius Randle. Those guys, that would be a nice second round team. I just don't think that it is a dominant finals contender. I mean, maybe a third round team. I don't know. But if they do trade Russell, then you have guys like Clarkson. You have Clarkson at the point, Butler, Ingram, Randall, and then Horford, and then you obviously they're gonna try and trade Nick Young, but nobody's gonna take him, so they might just release him. I think that is one of his better bets because they need a guy to build around, and he's still young, so he still has a chance. Of course, Durant is still young, but the Lakers already have small forward. Now the second team is for him to stay in Atlanta. They don't really have a great team. I think that Atlanta is still trying to work out the kinks, and if they lose their dominant big man, it's not going to look that great. So, I mean, you have guys that are definitely going to try and leave. They're going to try, and if they can get Horford to stay, there's guys that will go in and stay. So, the third team, Golden State Warriors. Messes up the chemistry. Not going to work. That's all I got for that. I mean, it's just that it's not going to work. Even though they do only have Bogut and Varejao, it's definitely going to mess up that chemistry. I mean, there's a chance that it works, but he's just too good of a player to kind of mesh with those guys. I think that the second to last one, would probably be the Miami Heat, considering if they don't sign Whiteside. I think Whiteside's going to stay, but there's a chance that he goes to Los Angeles. I mean, it's just the Miami Heat. It's the voodoo magic that that Pat Riley just kind of works, and it's just that's the way that they are. Whenever they want a guy, they get a guy. It's kind of the same thing with Coach Pop and Spurs, working his voodoo magic to get some of the great players like LaMarcus Aldridge, creating a big three down there that was not a contender this year that well, at least. And the final team is the Boston Celtics, assuming that they signed Durant. They signed Durant. That's probably one of his best bets, is to go there. Mainly because they have a pretty good core. If they have Thomas, Durant, they have a good core in the backcourt. Well, front court-ish, depending on where you want to play. Obviously, he's going to be a small, but I don't think you put him in the front court. I think the front court's going to be your center and your power. I think that the small and the shooting guard are pretty much the same. I think that they're pretty much a decently same position. It's just a little bit of a size difference that changes it. That's why Kobe. I mean, he was able to play the small forward this year when they had Clarkson and Russell at the 1 and the 2. So, and then finally, I mean, not finally. That is it. But yeah, I mean, you guys understand that there's many scenarios that will play out. And at the end of the year, we'll see what the NBA is going to look like, and I'll give you guys a preview of that at the end of this offseason and when the preseason is going to look and start up. Next week, it'll be 2 big men. It'll probably be, I know it's going to be Hassan Whiteside. I don't know if I'm going to choose Howard or if I'm going to find another guy. I'll probably pick Howard mainly because he's a big man, and he wants max contract, so I'll probably talk about him. So, thank you guys for watching this video, and leave a like, comment what you think is the best thing for Durant or Horford, or both. I don't really care. I'm going to leave a link in the description below to our channel, and you can check it out, even though you're probably already here. So we make all of these videos about, like, MLB, NFL, NHL, NBA. We don't none of these guys really like soccer that much. We'll talk about the Olympics coming up in Rio very soon, and I think we're gonna be recording tonight, and that'll go up Saturday for your entertainment, and we are going to talk probably about the USA basketball roster that comes out. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be talking about yet, but we will get to that, and that's going to be recorded about 7 o'clock on this Monday that this is going up. So just want to let you guys know that we kind of are starting a new thing, and we'll talk to you. I'll see you guys later, and I hope that you guys have a great week, have a great day. So whenever you're watching this, I don't really care. See you guys.